Hey, it's Tom Knubicka again here on a Wednesday variety of weather. And it was a good day, another beautiful day outside. 68 degrees at the airport, dew point 36. So the low levels remain dry, but we see some high level moisture. The high clouds, we call them cirrus, C-I-R-R-U-S. Those clouds pretty high, up to about 30,000 feet over Alexandria. Go up toward Gina and LaSalle Parish, where friends up there, 65 degrees. Likewise, we have the high clouds in the air. Now, those clouds, I think, will thicken a bit overnight, and that probably will affect the temperature maybe a degree or two, but it's still going to be chilly. And the flood warnings, the last one here in central Louisiana, basically around Oakdale, to the north of Oakdale and southwest Rapides there. We've got the Glenmore area with the Calcasieu River still in flood, still a flood warning up, but the level is going down and no rain expected the next couple of days. And satellite and radar imagery indicating a clear sky. We see surface high pressure to the north of us, a little front in the northern Gulf of Mexico. Notice how the high clouds are just kind of thickening there across south central Texas and in toward southeast Texas. And you see kind of a whole area of clouds extending from Mexico northward into the southern Rockies and plains. That is kind of the next little ripple of energy that's affecting us. It's not going to have too much sensible effect on our weather pattern, just some high clouds and the big systems out west. If you took a look at that with all the clouds and higher elevation snow and lower level rain out in that area. Now let's come back home for a moment before we dive into the longer range. First of all, typically we see 40 degrees for tomorrow's low. I think we'll be right there in forecasting a CENTLA average of 39. I think the lowest readings get to about 35, 36. So middle 30s not out of the question. There'll be very few folks that get that chilly, I think, with especially the lowest I have is 37 over toward Vidalia and some upper 30s in some other locations as well. Some low to mid 40s certainly possible here as well for tomorrow morning, and those will be among the warmer readings. Now, I do have a couple of 42s, Opelousas and DeRidder for the overnight period, and then highs for you Thursday. 61 is the typical for the first day of February. 82 is the record, and we will be pretty close, actually a little above the 61. It'll be a little bit warmer than it normally is on the 1st of February with 67 for the average. Some readings will hold in the middle 60s, and then 70, 71 on the high side of the thermometer for you Thursday. It will be another nice day. Looking ahead, the features. First of all, for today, one of those atmospheric river systems. You've been hearing about that. That's just a big moist system which is heading into the west. It is going to be grabbing headlines here today and into tomorrow as it produces a lot of rain at the lower levels and in higher elevations, of course, lots of snow. By Thursday, that system kind of continue to punch into the western United States with very heavy totals of snow and rainfall in places. And then by Friday to end the week, that particular system will continue to head east toward central Louisiana, and it will have its eyes on us as that will be the destination for this system for Saturday and for your weekend. And folks in CENTLA will be turning their attention to that big system as it heads in our direction as well. And of course, Nick and I will be watching it also from a forecasting standpoint. So Thursday and Friday, no issues with the weather, just beautiful weather. Back to 72 for a high Friday after a morning low about 43. And then a 100% chance of rain. Some thunderstorms mixing in on Saturday, 52 and 64 for your temperatures. Right now, the Storm Prediction Center, last I checked, wasn't issuing any outlooks for this particular system. I think right now it all depends on the air mass that's in residence. It looks like a little bit too cool, too dry, too stable, not enough instability, poor moisture quality in the low levels, and those type of things. But it's a very dynamic system, and we are lucky that it's not warm and unstable and unsettled before this thing arrives, or the forcing that's associated with it would bring us a spell of terrible weather. But thanks for the low instability and that type thing. We're not looking at a terrible situation for Saturday, but it will rain. I'd say 2 to 3 inches in places. Most folks probably get about an inch, half inch to an inch and a half. So a good soaking rain once again. And I've got to continue rain chances even into Sunday and Monday on the backside of the system as it kind of moves away from us. We'll see moisture wrap around it, and certainly showers are not out of the question for Sunday and Monday. But the coverage, I think, will be limited to about 30% or maybe a little bit more in places. It will be cooler, but not cold. This is a low latitude type system. It's not carrying much cold air at the surface as it brings the front in for Sunday. Notice the coldest will hold off to all toward the middle of next week. Cool air kind of finally settles in, a little back in the upper 30s, but kind of a seasonable temperature regime. But the headline is strong weather for Saturday, and we'll continue to monitor the potential for severe weather. But it looks like a pretty good soaking rain again for us on Saturday and Saturday night. Thanks for being with me, and Nick Mickey will be back with you to update you on Saturday's system and things happening beyond for tomorrow morning, and I'll see you again tomorrow evening. Have a good one.